No, that's a different one. So I was talking Back in the Streets with Gary Moore, and I kind of cut that one short because I restrung this guitar this morning. It's Gibson Les Paul Tribute. These two pickups, if you can see, are Seymour Duncan, a whole lot of humbuckers. I absolutely love playing this guitar. It's just a great guitar. And it's at the lower end of the price spectrum, much like the Squire Classic Vibe is for Strats, you know, for Les Pauls. So, you know, if you see one of these, you know, I got mine second hand. If you see one of these going second hand, it's a great Les Paul to have. I don't think you'd ever need to upgrade this guitar. Well, I wouldn't anyway. Oh, sorry, that was a bit messy. So, last video, cut short, as I say, because I was restringing this guitar this morning, but 9 o'clock, the strings were slipping slightly out of tune. So I cut it short before it became embarrassing. And I was just at the point of talking about the opening riff, once the intro is finished. That line, right? Except that's not where Gary plays it. Plays it here. Big D chord. Right? It's slightly easier. You would see him singing, you know, listen to me, baby, I just. Right? Now, I couldn't sing and play that line at the same time, but he could. And I think it's slightly easier to play it down the bottom with the big D chord to begin with, and then F to F sharp, then A to B, then D C. So that's it. Right, Gary's solo in the middle. I've actually done this on other videos, and every time you listen to it, you kind of hear it differently, or I do anyway, right? The first line, you'll know this bit where Gary goes. Right? He starts it off with a on the wah, and then he plays a. So that's a. There. The last two notes being B and A, but I mean it's going by very, very fast, and it doesn't help, you know, in terms of picking out the notes that he's got the wand. I actually played it different there, you know, and that one sounded to me more like it, right? He then runs right up the scale, but it's in a kind of Gary idiosyncratic way. So you imagine it. And then he plays again with the wah. So that note, the G bent up to an A, goes further. Now the third part, this is in 4 parts. Third part goes. And you'll see the wah kind of falls on the. So we've got and then he ends it with that. And you'll see note there he's hitting you know, like a straight tone as well. So we've got this. You know, which is played with that real kind of Gary. And then this, you fret the E and then you play. Bend the D, but catch the sing underneath. Like that. You add that with the wah, we should get. And then we're into that bit. That bit might be for another time. So there's the intro lick from Back in the Streets. The very unusual chords to me. You know, you've got the you know, you get that descending line, and then the end of it, the B flat. And of course the key is this whole. that line, right? One banana skin is at the end of the song. That's played for twice as long. So if you're going to play that live, you really need to get into the kind of habit. As I say, you know, I've never, you know, I'm not practicing what I preach here because I've never done the kind of slow to fast, but it'd probably be a good idea to go like that. Again, it ends on a, you know, Gary style screaming vibrato, right? So I hope that was of some help with Back in the Streets by Gary Moore.